Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Coruscant Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seals, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arn and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population U.
We got a good one today. We've got someone.
Man was designed to do this show, and I'm so happy we have him here. Friend for 20 years?
20 plus.
Besser, 20 plus. I think we met in 96, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
We met you when we saw you when you guys came to New York, when UCB came and landed in New York from Chicago.
And then I think we've cast you in every single thing that we've ever done.
Yes, you guys
from this
have,
point.
Apartment
2F.
You were in the pilot, which got the show picked up. And
we
then
did another bit besides that, right?
And then you did another bit in an episode.
Besides that, you were hilarious with your wife back on Tops as like the couple that got sexually aroused by humanitarian efforts.
Don't remember
that? That was so funny. We're just doing it for the kids.
Just the kids.
Oh, yeah, you guys were all over each other. Just amazing. So happy to have you here. One of our favorite improvisers. And, this show is all about the world getting dumber. And what do we do?
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, do you feel like Idiocracy theorem that the world is truly percentage-wise getting dumber?
Yeah, I think laziness fuels it. And then people are just starting to do dumber things without any thought to it.
Yeah. Dan, we see it more and more. It's getting easier to get articles and stories for this podcast.
Our fans send us the stories,
but Dan is inundated. He gets to choose.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
either there. Okay, let me ask you.
Do you think it's correlated? You could make correlation to people reading less books.
Yep.
And
yes.
all that.
I feel like that's.
Yes.
I feel like it's even more okay to be dumb.
Oh yeah,
I
remember talking about this with Adam McKay back in the '90s about anti-intellectualism. It's not even it's okay to be dumb. It's being smart is elitist or something.
Yeah.
It's you read a book.
It feels like high school. I don't know. There was always an element in our high school that was
the dumber were
cool. You were cool if you didn't give a shit about stuff. You're cool if you didn't put the effort into.
Oh yeah, I've seen shows like that where people are like, "Isn't it kind of funny? We barely put any fucking effort into this sketch show." And I'm
dude, I fucking hate. I want to pound those people or stand-ups too.
Yeah,
when it's their time. Even if it's an open mic, it's it's your 5 minutes. Get the fucking most out of it. Don't fuck around.
Dude, I feel like that was sketch shows all the time, and it was no, it's not. The part of the joke is not that it's hilarious. None of you you're
that you're
cared or like have any props or didn't do anything. Like you knew this show was happening. It's not funny that you didn't give a shit.
Wasn't like someone pulled you off the street and said, "Hey, do you want to do something?" You're like, "But I don't have anything with me."
Right.
You knew that it was coming. And
Podcasts too, man.
Yeah,
some podcasts, they're literally all like, you guys have an awesome format. It's in your title. You understand the format when you get into it.
Yeah.
And you stick to it. And some are just, let's just fucking
turn it on. Turn it on.
Turn it on and talk.
Well, I do love the fact that there is a motor generating, and I don't know whether to be scared of the fact that we are never worried that we will be like, well, we just don't have stories
Like
this
we
week.
get a guest.
Besser, the world got smarter in 1 week. We don't have
Or
anything.
so it is really true, Dan. Like someone's like, "Oh, we got someone last minute. They can come tomorrow." Dan, do you have enough material? For
Dan
a show?
laughs at us. He
He's
laughs
like,
at us. Yeah, I got
enough
material for the next 5 shows banked
good.
up.
We're good.
So we're all good. So I say we jump into it. We have
do it.
And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
you
your
have
musical.
some great projects coming up and that are out now. So we'll talk about that in the next segment. But we got a story. Dan.
Okay, here we go. This was
some people.
Sent in by Thor99 at Thorsten99. I hope that's his first name and the year.
Why didn't he go with
graduated.
Thorsten Howell III?
I want it to be a woman.
You know what I thought? I thought, 99's the year he graduated. He's probably 18.
I got 99 Thorsten.
99's the year
I
he
got
was
99
born.
Thorsten, a bitch ate one.
Yeah.
I think he's just a fan of the female character from Get Smart.
Oh, fair enough.
99?
Yeah.
Is that a
99?
deep cut, guys?
Deep cut.
And
I'll
if you're
roll
talking
old
about the
school Nick
TV
at Night.
series, yes. The reboot movie with Steve Carell, then I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's not so
Anne
deep of a
Hathaway.
cut. She was 99.
I used to watch that and Dobie Gillis and old school Nick at Night. Like old school Nick at Night.
That was your connection to the old country.
Randy, you sent me this one as well. I'm going to read you guys the headline.
I love it.
Swingers party goes bad.
I sent you this one.
Oh, it was you?
Yeah, I sent you this
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Goes bad. It's your guys' numbers look the same. So
Yeah,
sometimes
I love that
well,
Dan can't tell us apart on email.
text.
Yeah. Swingers party goes bad when jealous wife attacks husband with minivan. That's perfect, right?
That is.
Besser, if you were attacking someone at a swingers party, first weapon of choice, minivan?
Yeah, I guess if you're out a fire poker,
Yeah.
but
I'd
you can
go
just
salad
you
spinner.
can just go after the genitalia specifically rather than the whole body.
But imagine the party. She's like, "Honey, can I talk to you outside?" Well, this is really quick. Outside.
I want to show you something. But
Can you
then
go
she's
stand?
gotta-
Can you go stand in the driveway?
She's got to weep, and then get in, and turn it on.
Yeah.
And then go after
Or I feel like minivans at this point, you don't have a minivan, do you?
No.
Okay. So I have 2 kids. I do not have a minivan. Jay does not either. But I feel like minivans at this point, she could have the keys in the house. And if it is a key party, maybe it's not even her minivan. Maybe she picked the most souped up minivan that was in the bowl.
Oh, that's how she chose her mate. Was
What kind of features do you have on the caravan?
You get a fob, and then whose ever pocket.
But I
goes
think you
off.
can probably turn it on in the house.
The
right?
car?
Yeah, I'm sure there is like it's
Oh,
on.
she did it with remote. She wasn't even in the van.
Yeah.
She Night Ridered it.
She's Night Rider the shit out of this.
Also, the name of the party.
Night Rider.
Night Rider.
No, it's called Night Ride Her.
Of course.
There must be this problem at every swingers party. I've never been to one, but they must have some
Like-
something prepared for when someone becomes jealous,
Yeah,
right?
like realizes they're not that into it. Like they got talked into
that
going
has
there.
to happen
Okay.
at every. It's not
I can't
even
believe-
It's not even two. It's not swingers couples like a foursome. It's a
Right.
party.
All right,
So
Besser, you have been a part of many different sketch groups, which include a lot of different personalities. Mm-hmm. You know when it's working, everybody is on the same page and has the right. But if somebody doesn't have the right attitude, if someone's not there, okay, I imagine that gets amplified many times at an orgy or a swingers party.
Well, I thought you were going to say you kick them out.
Yeah. Get him out of the group.
Cut them.
You're-
You're not going to rehearse
and like
blowjobs. You're cut.
by the way, like an orgy, like a sketch group, an orgy. You have those who are the most generous tend to make the whole thing better, right?
Yeah.
Was her husband the most generous with his penis?
Maybe
gonna
he was
find out.
not. Yes,
He was a
Andy.
sketch player, and every time he orgasmed, he said, "and scene."
And semen.
Bay County Sheriff's deputies
Semen.
At Sklar Brothers.
Besser.
Bay County Sheriff's
That was
deputies.
Besser.
At about 10:30 p.m. on Thursday.
That's early.
Yeah, early and
Thursday.
almost midway.
Yeah, party.
People got to go to
Saturday.
Weekend started, kids.
Wait, I have to.
So everybody
It
had a
takes a
sitter.
special person to go to a swinger party and knowing that they have to get up for work the next day.
Right. In minivan, that means kids. That
Yes.
means I got a babysitter for this.
Yeah.
Which is probably, she was more mad. This is what we're doing on our night.
On date night?
On
Thursday
Thursday,
night?
September 21st, responded to an assault complaint at the 100 block of Walter Court within Bangor Township's Bangor Downs housing
it.
community.
Stop it.
Yes.
Banger
These people are on
Banger
brand.
down.
Bay City, Michigan.
down, Chicago man.
We'll take Banger down. The caller told dispatchers the woman was trying to run people over with a motor vehicle. If you're at a swingers party and someone's trying to run you over with a car, just my advice, go inside.
Go inside.
Go inside. You're not in a parking lot or an open
Once
field.
she gets in the
Once
car,
they back up,
Yeah.
it's your time to go.
once
Come
she-
over here by my car. No,
Nope.
I'm going to stay on the porch.
Just wheels spinning in the mud.
Yeah. Yelling,
Damn
someone
it.
get over here.
Don't you, when you do see, I feel like I did just see this in some TV show too, someone getting run over and killed. I can't remember which one it was, but don't you always think in that moment, like, how did the car, unless you get a long ramp up,
Yeah.
it seems like if you only had,
A little bit of distance.
like 10 yards, wouldn't it be hard to get over a human body?
I think it would be, although you just keep going. If you just keep going up and over.
Just keep going. You got to work for it.
This is a one. So like now, of course, in most Dumb People Town stories, we have to say what were the 10 things that led up to this. We got to now figure out why she.
I mean, he told her this
was
will
she
be
not
good for our
invited?
marriage.
Like, was she not?
No, she's invited.
She's there.
Implies she's invited.
Yeah.
there.
This is clearly his idea.
Can't show up.
Yeah, with just one person.
What do they call that? Showing up Irish? No. To a party, when
Stag.
you bring nothing.
Yeah.
You can't do that at a swingers party.
Showing up Irish. Is
You guys
probably
don't
the
know
name
that
of this
term?
episode.
No,
You don't
no,
bring
but
anything
now
to a
first
party?
time I've heard it.
Going Dutch? That's not it.
Going Dutch is everybody pays, for themselves.
But
Showing
that's
up
what I
Irish.
meant earlier by what was she? There has to be lines
Right.
drawn in the sand before the party starts, right?
Right.
Honey, this is what we're doing tonight. We're going over their house. It's game night, kind of.
It's swinging. We're swinging games. I mean, maybe there was a rule like you can have sex with her, but you can't kiss her. No mouth kissing. And then all of a sudden he got into it and
couldn't
he
control himself
He
and
lost where he was for a minute.
The caller told dispatchers a woman was trying to run people over their vehicle. I would love to hear that 911 call. We got a swinger party gone bad down here. Deputies arrived to see a red or maroon. I don't know why it matters.
Man, we can't come trying. Everyone's trying out there. Once he succeeds, that's when we'll come down.
Yeah, we're more of a
We got
response.
people all over town trying.
Ma'am, is there penetration? Has there been penetration?
No, not yet.
Well, call us when there is.
So isn't it called a soft swing when you when the couples fuck in front of each other but they don't switch, and maybe he switched and shouldn't have?
Yeah, maybe
He
that's
took it from a soft swing to a hard swing.
Yeah.
Deputies arrived to see a red or maroon Dodge Caravan, which is exactly Hope wood paneling.
Oh, yeah.
In front of the residence, and 28-year-old Amber K. Shoemaker
Amber.
trying to enter the home with a screwdriver in her hand.
Enter the home. So she'd already tried to get
already tried
him.
to
He
kill
ran
people.
back in.
People ran and locked her out logically.
Right.
It makes sense that she'd be locked out of the rest of the swinger party.
So this isn't her home, obviously.
No,
Right.
she's at someone else's house. Once you try to run people over, you are no longer a part of the
I'm just
swinger
thinking
party.
of the guy who's inside who is still trying to put the moves on people while all this is
She's
going
going to be
on.
out there
Hey,
for a
baby,
while.
Like,
we-
I'm gonna
we-
get. This is not going to be ruined for me.
Crazy, right? Why
Look,
don't you sit over here?
We might be.
Come
Do
sit
you
over
have
here.
the answer?
Yeah, I've got the whole story.
Oh
Okay,
my
let's
god!
Outside, of the house was her 33-year-old husband, who was bleeding from a wound to his forehead. So she got him. She got him.
Why is she trying to get inside the house to go get the
She's
woman?
mad at other people.
The woman.
The
Why am I
26
saying woman? Why can't
could
he
it
be a bi-swinger?
the 26
Maybe that's
Open
what
your
crossed the
mind.
line.
He was an innocent bi-swinger.
innocent bi
I was just standing there watching
I was
everyone,
just-
and I had a dick up my ass.
Just standing there with my dick in my hand, literally.
And then it wasn't mine.
Wasn't mine.
All of a sudden.
I look down and imagine my surprise when it's not mine.
26-year-old female resident who called 911 told deputies she and her 31-year-old fiance had the Shoemakers over for a swingers party, so it is a foursome, playing a little best ball action.
That's right.
According to police, Amber Shoemaker was downstairs with the female resident's fiance. So Amber
Is downstairs
with the guy of this
Fiance.
house.
Fiance, not yet
Her
husband.
husband was upstairs with the female resident.
That's
so it's
not
not even
supposed to work.
Yeah, that's not even really a party, right?
It's just
Yeah, you shouldn't call it a party.
You're in different levels of the house paired off.
It's a dinner date.
Right. When
In porn categories, I'd be mad if I pushed swinger party.
Yeah,
and I just got
not even a
couple
couples.
upstairs and a couple downstairs.
yeah, that's more of a get together,
Yeah.
right? Are you having a party? No, it's kind of more of like a get together.
That is something more for Thursday.
Yeah.
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 Warming up
Right.
for the big swinger party.
Yeah, you're
on
getting the weekend started. You're not a Saturday night.
You can't
we're gonna
just
have
go
6
straight
people.
to a swing, go 0 to swinger party. You got to hit
Have a
somewhere in
mid-range.
between.
It is funny when you think about it. You go from 4 to 6. That does 4 is really but you go 6. Now you officially have a party.
Listen, you swing how you practice.
And also with 4, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's
Like,
no,
you know how it's going to pair
Pair
up.
up.
Yeah,
But with 6, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, there could be
One guy might just be alone.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be me. Oh, hey, what happened?
Where did I go wrong?
Where did everybody go?
So Amber Shoemakers is downstairs with the guy who lived
fiance,
there. Right.
right.
Her husband upstairs with the woman who lived there.
Uh-huh.
When the pair upstairs came downstairs, Amber Shoemaker slapped her husband and went outside. So he came down to where she was, and
To be
she was
like,
pissed
what's
about
going
it.
on? We're all done. What's happening down
Yeah,
here?
I just finished.
The other 3 people followed her, only to see her get in her minivan and drive towards them. Get out of the yard.
Go
At
inside.
this point, it's sort of on you.
You're not watching a movie.
This is
real life.
every white person in a horror movie.
The minivan went
They walk
over the
right
curb,
towards the danger.
onto the sidewalk, and toward the porch where her husband and the host were standing, still on them.
Get out.
Both men had to jump out of the way to avoid being hit, the woman told deputies, which I guess the other woman took it.
Stayed in the
Stayed
middle.
and took it.
She ain't gonna hit me.
Sideways.
She's not gonna hit me. We've shared the same man. Amber Shoemaker drove away, so she was playing chicken, I guess.
By the way, is she clothed at this point?
But
did she bother to put clothes?
One
Yeah.
tit is out.
One tit is definitely
Right,
out.
there's like a blouse that's undone.
Yeah.
Amber Shoemaker drove away, but came back a few minutes later and resumed a physical altercation with her husband, which, in my mind, Amber drives away, is cussing to an empty car.
Yeah, yeah.
And gets herself so worked up, she
Comes
circles
all the way
back.
around.
That's-
He gets the screwdriver out of the back.
And he's saying to the couple, guys, I'm really sorry. I mean, I talked to her about this. Thank God she's gone. Oh, no! Oh, no!
And you know it ended like this. Babe, let me get in the car.
She's got a
Fuck
screwdriver.
you! Fuck you! Amber, let me get in the goddamn car. Fuck you! She drives away, pulls back. First thing she says, get in!
And then
Get in this
screw,
goddamn
it's like
car.
screwdriver to head.
At least none of
Screwdriver to
my tools are in the car. And oh, God, she's got it.
That's where she went
Right.
home to get the
To get
screwdriver.
tools.
Also, when she came back around, the couple, I imagine, went inside and instantly resumed having sex with each other.
Yeah, because
the guy
they're
was
so
like, when she
turned
gets
on.
here, I'll talk to her.
I got
so
her.
Amber gets hot.
Maybe Amber was just in a really rough sex.
Yeah.
Just slapping
This is all
around
part
was
of the
enough.
escapade
I
of
want to
it?
hit you with a car, baby.
God, if this, it's like S&M, but with larger toys.
50 Shades of Vans. The male resident and
Well, they
Amber,
did say, was it maroon or red?
Right,
There's
they don't
different
know.
shades
Yeah.
of that.
50 Shades of Maroon.
the male resident.
That's what the name of this
The
thing
book.
is.
That's the name of
50
the.
Shades of
The male resident and Amber Shoemaker's husband gave similar accounts as to what transpired. The husband said his wife attacked him because she was jealous. If you shouldn't be at a swingers party.
By the way,
I
and
think she didn't know it was a swingers party.
She found out, where'd they go?
Yeah.
They went upstairs. Come
Or
over
are they
here.
watching TV upstairs?
The husband
That's her question.
That was
They wanted to watch
home run
something
derby.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
The husband had a deep cut to his forehead, body scratch marks on his right shoulder, a bite mark on his left shoulder. Some of those have to be from the
Some of
sex.
them came from the
Right.
woman. Some of those were requested.
He was bleeding from his mouth. Amber Shoemaker had a scratch down the middle of her back. Again, who knows?
Was sex
and
or
a
not?
swollen right cheek. Amber Shoemaker, who appeared to be intoxicated, told police she had the screwdriver to start the minivan.
Because we stole it, officer.
Yeah, but that's
Being
unrelated.
violent with
You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
asking me
another-
about how we got the van. That's not what you're here for.
Stop asking me about what I was doing violently here. I'm going to now give you a fact that makes you investigate something else.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you
What
put
about that dead family in the back of the van? Who's going to be upset about
Why do you
that?
keep asking
I'm
about
talking
things?
about my husband being. This is how I turn on the car.
Ma'am, can you put the screwdriver down? My keys? No, the screwdriver. My keys.
She's like the type
Oh,
of
in
person
the
who's
key
like,
party,
I
that's
can't.
what she had was a screwdriver.
Yeah, that's how you know it's not going to go well.
I can't start the car. The keyhole is stripped.
She drops a screwdriver into the dish.
Amber Shoemaker, who appeared to be intoxicated.
Or are we giving her a hard time that she was like, I didn't know it was going to be, I came here for a soft swing.
Soft swing.
I'm upset about this. I'm leaving. And then she realized I left my keys
Right. My
in the
Phillips and my
bowl.
flat.
In the bowl.
So
No, but so
I don't
know
want to
how
interrupt them. I'm going to learn how to hotwire my car with a screwdriver.
She said she had consumed up to a fifth of vodka within the previous 2 hours. Deputies at 11:05 p.m. So they've been hanging out now for 35 minutes with these people.
Can you give someone a DUI if the screwdriver is in the car? in
Yes,
the
intent
keyhole.
to drive.
In the keyhole of the screw, because you know what it is, Dan. If the screwdriver's if the keys are out, you can't.
Yeah, if you're
officially
asleep in
give
your
them
car,
an
keys out,
operating-
you're not going to get
But
a
if the
DUI.
screwdriver is in,
But if you are smart, if you were dumb enough to get in your car, then smart enough to realize I should not be driving, and you pull
Take
over,
the keys out.
the keys out.
Take
You
the
leave
keys
those
out.
keys in, cops come up, DUI.
okay. But I have this question: what about cars like there are a bunch of cars
button?
that are keyless?
They can't prove intent to
Mine
drive
is.
if the car's off. So at 11:05 p.m.,
If
I
she
met-
drank some orange juice, she would be a screwdriver.
She had half a fifth of vodka.
I imagine after 35 minutes, these police officers know everything that's wrong in this marriage.
Oh,
These people.
God,
They've
for sure.
covered
We do,
everything.
and we've read a third of this article.
Yes.
I know.
Amber Shoemaker took a breathalyzer test, the results of which indicated her blood alcohol level was.
Let's
and I'm
guess
gonna
it.
have you guys guess.
Okay.
Okay,
What?
so 0.1 is usually...
0.08 is legal.
Yeah, that's the now,
Legal limit.
Matt, you
Okay.
are our guest.
I'm from Arkansas. It was 0.1 when I was growing up. They've changed it.
Matt,
You
you
are
can
get-
either go first, last, or in the Tig Notaro slot, which is right in between me and Jay. So where do you want to go?
In terms of guessing.
Because we always used to let people go first lap, but Tig was the one who was like,
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
in between the Sklar
So we
brothers.
call
So,
it the
you can
Tig
go
spot.
first, last, Tig.
I'll go first.
Okay. What do you think the blood alcohol level of Amber is? Now, you know what she drank.
Right.
But we don't know how big she is, and we don't know how alcohol affects her.
I can show you a
Exactly.
picture of her. Do you want to get a look?
Sure, let's get a look
Okay.
at her. And by the way, this picture will be posted.
This
She's
is the woman-
everything you think she's going to be.
Who is not enjoying her marriage.
By the way,
Okay.
kind of cute.
She's not big.
Amber. She's like
She did
normal.
half a fifth of vodka in 2 hours.
So what is her,
They've been there for a half hour.
what's her blood
Oh,
alcohol content?
yeah, we do have the numbers, don't we? I'm going to say she's a... I'm going to go high. I'm going to say 0.2.
That's a solid drunk. Okay.
That is.
Randy or Jason?
Go ahead. I'm going to say point. Jason, I'm going to say 0.15.
All right.
Still, like
That's very high
Double,
still.
like still high. Double the legal limit. Almost.
Half of a fifth of vodka.
Yeah.
I'm going 0.25
0.25.
Ooh, even above me.
above
him.
Besser.
All right.
All right. I'm going to tell
Guys,
you.
guess
I
at home.
wonder what death is. Do we know that?
Well,
You
we
get like
said, we've
three.
always
We've
said
had
that 0.3.
0.3s.
0.3 is just basically pouring vodka on the breathalyzer. That's 0.3.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody play along at home. I'm going to tell you guys in this room, someone has got the nail on the head.
Oh, yeah.
Someone
The
has-
screwdriver in the ignition on this one.
Yes.
You put the screwdriver in the ignition.
Amber Shoemaker's breathalyzer test revealed she was 0.15.
Yeah!
Yes.
I never win these things. I'm so excited I got it on the head.
Deputies
These are all
arrested.
high.
Here's what
They're
I
all
love.
high.
No, it's like not healthy. None of it is healthy.
Right.
Anything we got.
I love the next 4 words. Deputies arrested both shoemakers.
There you go.
I don't know for what.
Why would that? Why would
I
he?
don't know. Oh, here it is. The husband was arrested. This is how well, guys. People who think I really read these well, nope. The husband was arrested for violating a personal protection order. I forgot about this. This is why this really works in Dumb People Town. He was violating a personal protection order, listing his wife as the protected party
His wife had a restraining order?
against him, and then they went to a soft swing party together.
This is out of control.
Yes.
Well, how can you even have restraining? Aren't you divorced at that point?
I don't know. I don't
Not
think
to be
so.
one and the same.
But she.
But how hard would that be if they still lived in the same house but had to be 500 yards away from each other at all
Yeah.
times?
Honey,
So
I'm
they had to
upstairs.
afford a
Do not
mansion.
come up the stairs.
Maybe that's why they were on different floors at the swingers party.
He had to
Honey,
be-
we have
He
to
was
be
respecting
500
that.
But on what level? Hey, look, I know you got a restraining order against me. We'll work that stuff out. I have a +1 to the swingers party tonight.
You are-
Do
you-
you
It's
want to go?
It's a 3-story house.
Plenty
We'll
of
go
room.
upstairs.
You rock. We'll rock basement crawl space. You rock
Yeah,
attic.
she's the dumb person because if she has the restraining order, why is she jealous of?
Yes.
It's the
Where's
guy
she
you
going?
literally told the courts you by
wanna
law
be-
don't want to be
Wanna
around.
this person.
While en route, we'll get out of here on this. While en route to the Bay County Jail, Amber Shoemaker, I just like this, threatened to sue the deputies for false arrest. She also added that she hoped one deputy's wife was cheating on him. And I love the
Party
I hope
like,
she made the threat that way. And of the two of you, I hope at least one of you has a wife that's cheating on you.
Hey, easy back there, easy.
and I like that the cop was like, put that in. You make sure you
That's
say
going
she
in the
said that
report.
to me.
She said that to me.
I love
when
that
she
the
knew that
cops-
my marriage was on the rocks.
The cop,
How dare she say
these
that?
deputies are so thin-skinned. I work a lot. Yeah, I tell my wife I want to be home, but like I gotta.
She doesn't understand the life of a cop.
This is a nighttime
And,
job.
like, the amount of things that get said to cops by pissed off people they've arrested, and they're like, "Can you believe her ass?"
The gall of this woman.
Bring my wife into it like that.
Exactly.
when she knows.
Which
we're
means
there.
to me, if they made that big of a deal, his wife is cheating on her, and he knows it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the way it's written, it sounds like that. Like she has
She
the
knows
inside dope.
She's got some inside information.
I know
Why my husband was fucking your wife. I know.
I know you, James. Carla's cheating on your ass.
The last swing party. She
Solid
was there.
Michigan dialect
Yes.
of mine.
I love
Is
it.
it
All
Michigan?
right, guys.
Yeah.
First story down in the books. We are off and running. Dumb people everywhere. Matt Besser is here. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. We got Matt Besser. He's a great follow on Twitter. You're on Twitter.
Yeah.
We follow
At
you
Matt
as well.
Besser.
At Matt Besser. And I want to talk about the musical. You have a musical that you wrote.
Yeah.
Please tell us about it and how people can watch it because it's great.
I've actually been working on it with this guy, Bobby Matthews, who's a musician. Used to be in this punk band Trusty on Discord Records. We've been writing it and working on it, recording it for years. But I first got obsessed with it during the whole Carlos Mencia, which I felt like
Stealing Ari Shafir's joke.
Well, the name of the musical is Stolen
Idea.
Stolen. Oh, did I not say that?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's Stolen
Stolen
Idea.
Idea.
It's about a comedian who has a bit that he's had for a while stolen by a younger comic who's now doing it better and becoming more popular with basically the same bit. And then we also follow a musician who feels like he's kind of running out of time to have a hit song. He's getting older, so he steals a Coldplay song, "Viva La Vida."
Which is stolen itself.
It is. It's been, or at least accused. It went to court. I don't know.
What
how
was
they,
Viva La Vida? What did it steal from?
Joe Satriani, is that how you say his
Joe
name?
Satriani,
The guitarist.
Guitarist extraordinaire.
He has a lick that sounds exactly like the hook of that song. And they were also sued by a band, I think in my memory, it's Creaky Boards was this name, this like independent kind of unknown band. And they had a song that sounds pretty much, and you can look this up right now, dear listener, but it sounds a lot like the song.
Okay.
Wow.
And they claim that Coldplay was in the audience of their South by Southwest showcase and heard them play this song.
Before they recorded or created Viva La Vida.
Yes, and this band's song definitely came out before the Coldplay song, and it definitely sounds like. But it's also one of those, to be fair to Coldplay, it is one of those kind of riffs where you're like, okay, I can see how you could come up with that, maybe.
There's a new Beck song off the new Beck album called like All Night Long that sounds exactly like I Can Feel My Face When I'm With You. Like the Weeknd song.
Weeknd.
It sounds exact. I can only imagine that the Weeknd is gonna like
freak out.
Yeah.
All week long.
He's gonna go after the weekday.
But and we were talking about the Carlos Mencia stuff. You went down the wormhole.
You saw all the videos and all the stuff. Joe Rogan on stage.
Yeah, I was fascinated by that whole thing.
You wanted Joe Rogan to just kick his ass. Like, just
I find
take
that
a thumb in
so
his throat.
cool when people publicly confront each other like that, because it's so easy to do it on Twitter in kind of an anonymous way.
He did it at the Comedy Store.
At a comedy club and just saying, hey, dude, especially when they're on stage.
Yeah.
That's
because
pretty
also
awesome.
Mencia was at a point when that happened where
He was still pretty big.
he was big. He had his show on TV. He was selling out big theaters and I wouldn't say arenas at that point, but he pushing that and to confront, he probably didn't have a lot of people confronting him on shit is what I'm saying. So it took Joe Rogan, like a judo champion, to like step on stage and say, I don't like what you're doing here. There was a moment where I was like, Carlos, you can't get into a fight with this guy. He will literally kill you in this moment.
Yeah, it's the last dude in the comedy scene you want to get in a fight with.
But it was kind of amazing. I give Rogan a ton of credit for stepping up because it wasn't even Rogan's material. He was standing up for Ari Shaffir.
Yeah, I think he stole even more from...
He's stolen from lots of people.
There was some Hispanic comedian who died that I think he got accused of stealing his material.
Yeah, Freddie Soto.
Freddie Soto, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unreal.
That was crazy. But it wasn't just... There's a lot of stuff like that back
That happens
then.
all the time, and all we have are our ideas. As people, creative people in the comedy world, all we have are our ideas.
And all of us know, all four of us know how hard it is to create something that actually works. That
sometimes you parallel create, sometimes you create, and I think that's what you were saying with Coldplay as well, that maybe they parallel created this song. And, it is a little weird that if they did see their set at South by Southwest and they played that song, sometimes it can creep into your mind. And I think music is different, but like if you have a concept for a
comedy bit.
Yeah, there's big ideas and there's small ideas. Like that guy on Twitter a few years ago, he goes by the name of the Big Fat Jew. Do you guys remember him?
The
fat
fucking
Jewish.
worst.
Yeah,
the worst.
He stole from me. I was one.
Did he really?
Yeah, I was one of the comedians.
What did he steal from you specifically? Because I want to call it out.
First Twitter jokes. Let me think how the joke went. It was like, how many stoners or potheads does it take to change a light bulb? None. Let's keep it mellow in here. Thank you very much.
That's a great joke.
And he didn't even paraphrase it. He just cut and pasted it. Like, that's how you know, like, oh man, you didn't even bother to change a couple words.
Did someone bring it to your attention?
I don't know. I think someone did. And at that point, I wasn't upset about it. Like, I was like, cause I didn't know
that he would then go on to make millions of dollars.
Right. I didn't know how big he was.
Stuff. Yeah.
I can't even remember how I found out. I didn't search it. I guess someone did tell me, or someone said, hey, that's Besser's joke. And
this guy literally.
But I didn't care because I felt like it was just some fucking guy. Like,
right.
You don't care if it's just some fucking guy, right? It's just. But then, like a year or two later, when it came out that this guy had been doing it and had become a big deal, I was like, oh yeah, I'd almost forgotten about that. And there was a Rolling Stone article where they quoted my thing. I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot that dude stole my joke.
Yeah. Joke. Amazing.
But I've been stolen from like big concept, like television show idea. Like that's when you're like, I want to fucking kill that guy.
Right. That is humongous. Because
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it at that point. I mean, by the way, back in the day, the MTVs of this world were classic at you'd come in and pitch something and they'd be like, we already have something like that in development, whether they did or didn't. And then they would go develop the show and be like, we told you we already had it in development. Like, no way for you to prove.
A show that was stolen from me was on MTV. But it wasn't stolen by MTV.
It was stolen by somebody else.
Yeah, they brought it to MTV. That's
16 and pregnant.
That.
Yeah, that was
mom. I used to get teens pregnant all the time, and I'm like, this is fucking funny, good drama. This should be a show.
Be a show.
And I'd say to everybody,
By the
dude,
way-
I fucked another teen and got her pregnant. And I go, should be a show, right?
And then that I can't believe
so that inspired you to write that whole thing. Obviously,
it all kind of contributed to you wanting to explore this topic.
Yeah, when that and those all things started all happening about the same time, and then everyone was being fascinated by it. Like
we were captivated by it. I mean, you listen to the Carlos Mencia on Mark Maron kind of, and he does kind of confront him on the WTF.
Even
definitely.
Louis and Dane Cook on Louis' show.
And Louis and Dane Cook on Louis' show, and then that whole thing was fascinating and interesting. It is.
And then people who get accused here, like Conan O'Brien's writing staff got accused of stealing some jokes, but if you read those jokes, you're like, no way. Mm-hmm. No way.
So on all sides, there is fascinating. By the way, where can people get the musical and see it? It's an hour long.
Yeah, it's on Stitcher Premium. If you go to Stitcher Premium /Stolen, and you can get it Stitcher Premium free for a month if you use Stolen as the promo code.
Dude, check it out, everybody.
And I also have a website, stolenidea.net, where I have a news aggregate of all these stories of comedians and musicians getting their shit stolen.
I have an idea to promote it.
Yeah.
I have an idea to promote it.
I should steal some people's bits.
No, you should fabricate that someone stole this idea from you and make a huge thing about it and get it picked up everywhere.
I should get someone else to say I stole.
You stole this from them.
Yeah.
This would be great. Like somebody big that you stole this from them, and you play it out in the media and play it out on Twitter.
If you get Amy Mann or something.
I know we're recording this, and I know this is going out to our fans, but then only our fans will know that
you'll be on the inside.
Can we do that? Let's do that.
That's good. I want that. You're right. And you find someone
like
sort of known,
like someone who plays music who had this idea percolate.
Just get them so in it and create a whole thing. God, that'd be so funny.
Yeah,
let's do it. All right, we got another
let's
story.
do it.
Yes, here we go. This was sent in by Jen Amedi, J Amedi, AMEDY.
It's a new person.
51. Yes,
thank you, Jen.
A mom. Now you guys are gonna have to tell me how weird this is because it freaks me out.
Okay.
And I think the three of you will know better than I do.
Okay.
A mom in Taiwan is furious after she caught her nanny drinking her breast milk for the second time.
Why?
Yeah.
Breast milk's pretty sweet. I don't know if you've tasted it.
It's kind of watery, too.
It's watery and sweet.
Wasn't there a place in LA that made breast milk cheese for a while?
I believe it.
And I was like,
but you never tried breast milk, Besser?
Fuck it.
What's this?
And neither one of, but you both have, Sklars?
I have tasted a little of it.
Tasted a little bit because I'm like, I gotta see what my kids are drinking.
If I'm ever with a woman and she gets pregnant and has a kid, I'll try the breast
You
milk.
have to try
You
it.
gotta
Especially
try
when
it.
they're lactating, there is something interesting
But
about it.
but let me tell you
Getting
this.
it squirted in your mouth.
I don't even like real milk.
It's not, but the breast.
Not that that's not real.
It's like almond milk.
But
there's no
breast
such
milk
thing.
is
breast
real.
milk, by the way, also, I'm going to give this mom credit, not just for the fact that it's weird that the woman was drinking it, but breast milk is like gold. I can remember my wife pumping it and it was so hard for her to get a certain amount. And I remember one time I was sealing it into the bag after she pumped for an hour and I dropped it and it spilled on the floor and everyone was like, it was like I had.
That's the only reason I don't drink. We had run out of half and half for my coffee. And asked my wife, can I squirt a little from your breast into my coffee? Just take the edge off. And she got really mad.
She got really mad, but the result is you weren't sick for 6 months after that. Your immune system was incredible at that point.
The 27-year-old mother of two, identified by the surname Lynn, had given birth less than a month before when she first caught her nanny guzzling this stuff.
Jesus.
Lynn was disturbed, but let the caretaker off with a warning.
Not tasting.
In the future, if my daughter is full, please feed the rest to my 2-year-old son. Is that weird?
No. Yes.
That's weird too.
It is weird
Right?
too.
2-year-olds.
I knew reading this, I was just going to defer to you guys.
Well, no, there's a moment
So
like
much of
there was
what
a
creeped me
moment, and
out
I don't know
here.
if you did this with your daughter Besser, but like there's a moment where they don't finish all of their chicken fingers, and you're just like, I can throw this away, but someone's starving somewhere, and you just shovel shit in your face.
and then I get sick a week later.
Right.
I'm like, I gotta stop.
I gotta stop
eating
doing
off
this,
the
or I
same
need
plate.
breast milk to kind of like counterbalance it. But like, there's I can understand that feeling of like, I gotta wash this thing out, and let me just drink the rest of it. The nanny's doing it. I'm trying to give her an out. But
So she said,
I agree with it's a commodity that is rare, and it's
can't
maybe
guzzle
with
it.
some women it's not, but I don't remember a time when Sydney was sending back the bottle half full. I just don't remember that.
yeah.
and I'm assuming Danielle wasn't like, I'm just. We have so much.
No,
we have
never.
so my wife was same
You
thing.
can save it. It's not like
By the way,
it's
you can
good for a
freeze
day.
it. You can
Yeah,
freeze it, put the date
Yeah.
on it, and it's all good. But so the guzzling of it when it isn't, you're not a family member to me. Like the outside the family is what is creeping me out about this whole
That's
thing.
what creeps
Was
me
the
out.
word guzzling usually really used?
Yeah. When she
Like,
first
I think you
caught
should
her
only
nanny.
guzzle beer.
Guzzling.
Or maybe, what else can you
By the
guzzle?
Mountain Dew. You could guzzle Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Gatorade on a hot day. In fact, Gatorade is probably the ultimate
Yeah.
guzzling.
You just played an hour and a half of pickup basketball. You're gonna guzzle a Gatorade, and also
If
guzzling.
you're at a
gives you
soft swing party, you can guzzle some cum.
Yeah, that's right. But beyond that, like
Guzzle it down.
Guzzle means like definitely as you're guzzling, it's not all getting in your. it's
Yeah.
it's not all
That's
getting
not
in your mouth
drinking.
either. You know what I mean? There's stuff coming down your face.
Yeah, you've let it. Yeah, but no,
you don't care.
You don't
Right.
care.
And unless it's
don't
cum,
care.
aesthetically, you want to see that. But not milk, not
No,
baby's
not-
milk.
not
There's
bre-
no reason.
Not breast milk.
And like you were saying, if you're guzzling it, the baby probably didn't have enough.
Yeah,
Right?
Because
'Cause
no
you're saying,
baby's
like,
like,
your kid never
two
was
sips.
like, I'm good.
There's
I'm good.
never like a gallon of breast milk. It's always like just enough to fill the bottle. So to
Right.
guzzle is hard.
And you have to unscrew
The nipple tongue.
Right.
nipple to guzzle. Like I would kick out the nanny mid guzzle.
Yeah, the
I'd say get the fuck out of
there
here with
can't be a
that.
second time. Like she's saying this
Yeah.
happened a second
Well,
time.
no, she gave her a warning, which is
Well,
that part. Is this like a
Nanny's
Taiwanese
getting no
cultural
warnings.
thing saying we need to we can't jump to conclusions so quickly?
Well, all was forgiven but not forgotten on September 12th.
I'll never forget where I was
There
on
we go.
September 12th.
Pause
when
so
she
you guys
guzzled-
could get them
when
in.
the breast milk went down.
Lynn
when
noticed-
the second
bottle of breast milk went down. I'll never forget where I was.
Lynn noticed that a bottle of milk had been drained suspiciously quickly. So she turned to the nanny cam footage.
Oh Jesus!
Is it common
I don't
practice?
have one of those.
You do it or not?
I don't.
Nope.
It's because you're confident in who's taking care of
Totally,
your kids, right?
totally.
Yeah,
confidence.
it hasn't even crossed my mind until now, and I'm like, maybe I should.
Besser, I want to ask you a question. We, in the former incarnation of this podcast, we had you on, and talking about cameras just made me think of it. Are there still some sort of like drug trafficking or sleeper cell going on by your house?
Oh, I don't live there anymore.
You don't? You got out?
You're away from it.
That was one of my favorite things I'd
that
ever
was
learned
crazy.
about somebody I knew, that they were like, I'm pretty sure I'm in
Oh
some
yeah,
sort
they
of
had
modern
cameras facing
burb situation.
out, away from their house. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fucked up.
Do you ever drive by just to see
I
what's
forget how far I told you guys, but when they left eventually, I snuck into the garage. Did I tell you this on the show?
No.
Because I was like, what was going on in there?
Yeah.
And
You're Ray Peterson from the Burbs?
I went into the garage, and up on a dry erase board, there was a diagram for some kind of drip system.
What?
Which I'm guessing was for pot plants.
Hydroponic weed plants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My fear at the time is happening because I'm obsessed with this was they were making concentrate, weed concentrate, which used butane, and it blows up a lot of times.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, they're doing. I
gonna
don't
blow
think
us
I don't
all
think
up.
they were doing that, but that was my fear.
I love that you went in there.
That's crazy.
I
It
love
takes
the
a
day
certain
the
person
day you
to-
got out of bed, it was like,
Okay,
I'm going in that
we're
fucking
going in
garage
there.
today.
Yeah, Danielle was not happy about that.
By the way,
I need answers.
knowing full well that you were being caught on camera going in there. Because there's the camera.
Oh, they were long gone.
They were gone.
they were gone.
Oh, yeah. I never would have gone.
While they were still in the house.
I can't remember which story I told you guys because there's so many with this. But one time there's this woman walking down our street and it's a dead end. So someone's walking down our street. They have a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they're going to someone's house or they're delivering something. So someone's not, you're like, what the fuck is this person doing?
What are you doing?
So I followed her because she looked and she was like looking behind her too at me. But walking oddly. So I followed her. She went into the back of my neighbor's house. Into the back. I'm like, what the fuck's... Why is she going back there? So I went and I kind of peered. And I'm already suspicious. So I'm like, is she with him or what? And she's in the backyard, like standing in the middle. Because I can see from their driveway, their backyard.
Yeah.
Standing in the middle. And I went, what are you doing back there? Because there was no cars in the driveway, so they weren't home. Supposedly.
You asked her, what are you doing?
I'm like, I said, can I help you?
There. Good.
Yep.
And I go, and she's something like, I'm looking for a friend's house. I'm like, you're looking for a friend's house in someone's backyard?
Good.
Is there a friend's house inside that house?
So then she said she went into the backyard because she thought I was following her.
So she made it about you. She turned it on you.
And to be fair, I think that is what happened.
Yeah.
Then the dude from the house comes barreling out of the house. What the fuck are you guys doing in my backyard? At this point, she's left the yard, like as he's coming to the house. Now she's going back down the sidewalk towards where
Whatever
people
she-
should be.
Right.
And I'm telling him, hey, dude, I just saw someone go into your backyard, and I was trying to help you out. I asked her what
did
she
he
was doing
say?
back there.
Was he cool?
And he was mad up to that point. And you could see it switch, and him go, okay.
All right.
And he's like, who was back there? I'm like, well, that woman, now she's halfway down the block. I'm like, he's like, oh, all right. And then he ran after her, and that's the last
That's
I
great.
saw.
And like chased her into someone else's backyard.
But he was so mad about us being in the backyard.
You
I
knew
something,
something.
was up.
You
Yeah.
were too close. You had gotten
got
too close.
to the top.
Man,
All
I'm
right.
going to tell you, I'm glad you're out of that neighborhood.
Yeah.
There
But
was
they're
too
gone,
much
too.
going on.
But there's too much going on. All right, so
Sorry.
Nanny Guzzlin,
That's my dump.
Nanny
No, I
Guzzlin,
love
Westwood.
it. So she turned to her nanny cam footage. At first, all seemed fine. The nanny was bottle feeding her 1-month-old daughter, but then the caretaker glared at the security camera and, with baby and bottle in tow, moved across the room away from the camera's lens. So she's sitting there, looks straight at the
And
camera.
you know it was a slow,
Yes.
scary look.
But she didn't move far enough because she was still in the frame. You gotta know where's my edge.
Am I here?
I thought nanny cams are always hidden.
She knew
thought
where
they're always
teddy
in a
bears.
in a teddy bear. God, why are there so many teddy bears all over this house?
I think it's more insulting to have just a camera out
yeah.
watching you.
Now you're just fire that person.
You're
If you're at a level
prison.
where you're like, this is the camera.
Yeah.
I'm
We can
watching
see
you.
everything.
If you're at that level.
Why is there
fire
a
that
teddy
person.
bear in the pantry?
I don't trust you.
Where are there teddy bears all over the
the place.
house, up in the corner of the ceiling and the wall?
I don't trust you at all. Now I'll be back in 6 hours.
Yeah, right.
She didn't move far enough, but she was still in the frame when she proceeded to chug the remainder of the bottle.
She's got a problem.
Yeah,
That's a fetish.
Lynn
That's a
confronted the
thing.
nanny, who admitted that she did it, but didn't apologize. Did you do it? Yep.
Yep.
You sorry?
No. No. Did you do it? Yep.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Nope. Lynn told
Should
local
make some
news
cheese.
media that the nanny said she had only drunk a little and accused her employer of being ungenerous and mean. So the nanny like flips it.
Yeah.
The problem here is you.
Yeah. I only had a little bit of the milk that it took your body to make.
How ungenerous are you?
I don't even know how this becomes a news story because I would be so
Well, the news story is probably
That she murdered her.
that's when you beat her
like
down.
I'd be get the fuck.
Outta
I'd
here.
be explode.
Yeah, I
and there
know.
would be no discussion where I think you're. I'd be like, you think what? Get the
Get
fuck out
out.
of here.
yeah.
No warning.
According to news reports, the nanny even sent Lynn a hostile message. Quote, this is from the nanny. The previous mother I worked for let me take her breast milk home, and if the baby had not finished it, she would not make a big deal about it. It's really 1 grain of rice that can feed 100 people. I originally did not want to go to your home anyway.
Oh.
Mic drop.
So is this someone who really is into the
Yo, she's probably into the
curing
Yes.
properties.
Yeah.
The healing properties.
The nanny reportedly also claimed to suffer from anemia, a blood disorder that can cause iron deficiency, and didn't want to waste the milk. Lynn pointed out that the remainder was meant to go to her son, and the Daily Mail adds that doctors advise anemia patients drink fewer dairy products since calcium makes it more difficult to absorb iron. We'll get out of here on this.
By the way, that would have been a great thing for the mom to then say,
Yeah,
you're
in
anemic?
anger.
well, study show. I am looking at a study right now.
Lynn called the social welfare department, which decided the nanny's behavior wasn't misconduct, just unprofessional.
What's the difference?
Okay.
Exactly. The nanny reportedly has found work at a kindergarten. Kids, if your parents are still breastfeeding you, bring some of that here to class.
By the way,
please.
if you still are breastfeeding your kid and he or she is 5 years
If you
old,
can tell
then
your kid to just seal it up and put the remainder in the fridge
For you? That's
too old
too
of a
old.
kid to be
Too
breastfeeding.
old.
Isn't that an LA thing? Some of these moms
oh yeah,
go to 10 or something.
They don't go to 10.
Walk up to the.
Oh,
10.
I think what's her name did.
Who?
who
It's-
who went to 10?
I'm going to say it wrong though.
Jenny
Wasn't
McCarthy.
it Blossom?
Or
Punky Brewster?
Maya
It was-
Bialik? Was it Soleil Moon Fry?
Soleil Moon Fry had that store down on Larchmont, a kid's store.
I always mix them up, and I apologize to the other one. But either Blossom or Punky Brewster breast. Isn't someone looking this up right now?
Look it up.
Can try
Look
to
it up.
Breastfed till a
Brendan's looking
very late age.
Till like 10. You
That's
want to
what
say
I
till
think.
10?
10 is insane. I have.
You should never be breastfeeding a kid that is taller than you.
My first guess was
You should never breastfeed a kid as you're taking them, and then take them to soccer practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't happen.
Maybe
was
definitely
it?
sleeping in the same bed because I know that's her whole thing.
The community bed is definitely,
but I thought there was also even the breastfeeding.
breastfeeding until late. Did you find one?
I'm looking for it right now. I'm going with Soleil Moon Fry first. It
Okay.
just feels Soleil Moon Fry.
I don't even know their official name of either of them.
Well, one is Maya
Maya
Bialik.
Bialik.
Maya Bialik is on The Big Bang Theory. Like, she's had a career resurgence on that show. She's
I can't find it here.
Can't find
I
it here.
promise we'll give a follow up in the break. I'll look then.
all right. Who is it?
Wait,
What do you
I'm
see?
Bialik. I'm done
Oh, yep.
breastfeeding my 4-year-old son, Fred.
It was Blossom.
It was
4
Blossom.
years old is too old.
I mean,
It was 4?
4.
4. Your kid is 4.
Your kid is 4. Now
I would have
imagine-
said to Maya Bialik, your kid has already blossomed.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna get out of this. I'm gonna ask you guys, take in everything you know about her. Straight down stare in the camera. She says she has anemia. How old is the nanny?
How old is the nanny?
Too much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
Guess the age. You want to go first, second, or Tig, Matt? What do you want to do?
No, first, third, or take.
First, third, or Tig? What do you want to do?
I'm going to go first again.
Okay.
First again.
First
Okay.
again.
I'm going to say she's old school or something, home remedy. That's why she's all into this. Mm-hmm. No way young girl's going to do this. I'm going to say she's 60.
Okay.
I think she's 41.
41 from
Yeah,
Jason.
I'm smack dabbing in the middle. I think she's 51.
We all think
Nobody
older.
went young with the nanny?
Because I agree with you.
You guys
made
agree
a very,
with me.
You made a very
you don't
compelling
think
claim.
this is like some holistic Coachella loving
Nope,
27-year-old?
this is somebody who has been.
She got a flower crown on and breast milk in her
This
mouth.
is someone who's been cultivating this fetish for a long time. and
And
then-
when she speaks, you don't think it's perverse. That's why you think it is a fucking
dear.
home remedy. Like if I had a 20-year-old, wouldn't that freak you out more
a
though?
lot. 6-year-old
said, I drank the breast milk. I go, oh boy. Okay, we just. I'll give you a warning.
I told you. Right.
Just don't do that again.
I told you. She's
Young 23-year-old.
Yeah.
I drank the breast milk.
I know.
Get the fuck out of my house with that.
with you?
I would blame their parents. I'd be like, how long did your parents breastfeed you?
The nanny is. Everybody, feel free to play along at home, in your cars, at work. 58 years old.
Oh, my God. Besser.
First slot,
You were
too.
so right. You were so right. All right. Second
Impressive.
segment down. We have one more story, and then I've got a special story that was, and the way it was delivered to me is
Sure.
interesting at the very end, which
That'll be
we will
fun.
read. This is Dumb People Town. Matt Besser is with us. Dan Van Kirk will be right back.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town.
Hey, I want to mention we're going to be doing the live Dumb People Town at the Bell House in New York on February 25th. Get your tickets now. Let's sell it out. We got the girls from Guys We Fucked who are going to be on there, and I love those guys. They have a great following. I'd love to sell that one out and then do another one after that would be fantastic. So those tickets are available right now at the Bell House site.
And
so you can get those.
Before that, the 16th and 17th of November, we're going to be at the Come and Take It Comedy Festival in Houston, Texas.
Houston needs to laugh.
Oh my God, yes. And I tell people, if you're looking for a way to give back to that city, come into town and spend money there.
Yeah, that's a great way to do
all
it.
those people, like shift workers, waiters,
They'll
bus
be
boys,
so happy.
Everybody who works in that type of industry lost all that money when they couldn't work. So,
Besser, do you have any live shows coming up?
You're saying you're going to save Houston with this?
With
Don't you think
comedy,
people should come there and
with
show
our live
ours?
podcasts.
We're also going to be selling
can
breast
help.
milk.
We're selling open breast milk, open
breast
bottles
milk
of breast
Can
milk.
help.
Besser,
I'm
what
going
do
to
you
be at
have planned?
Chicago Podcast Festival
Cool.
Friday, October 6th with Improv for Humans for 2 shows with John Gabris and Jess McKenna.
Nice.
First of all, if you're not listening to Improv for Humans,
You
for all of you Dumb
absolutely
People Town
If you
fans,
love this show, you will love Improv for Humans. It
Thank
takes
you,
it like a
guys.
few steps further, and
literally
it's so
one of
much
my
fun.
favorite, because you always have the best people on doing it, and you're
That
literally
for sure is
watching it go on the highest level, or listening to it.
Yeah, it's kind of what I love about it is that improv is a hard thing to do on television. I feel like, and a hard thing to do when it's recorded. I feel like it feels the best when it's live, but you guys have found a way to capture the magic and translate it through a podcast, which is incredible.
Thank you, sirs.
So check that out. All right, Dan, we got one more
There we
story.
go.
I would like to say, though, there's
Yes.
a lot of shootings in Chicago right now. A lot of people getting shot. If you want to find a way to keep people off the streets from being shot, have them go to my
There you go.
podcast.
The more people in the theater, less people on the streets.
By the way, there's a direct correlation. There's not even an indirect correlation. The
No
more
one's
people that
getting
go
shot
there.
inside.
The Besser effect.
Guys, do not go for the great comedy that will be provided in the podcast.
Go
Just
for the
go
safety.
simply for the cover.
For the cover.
This was sent in by Mark Mioto at MMIOTTS. I also want to let everybody know
Let me test driving me out.
everything.
We did. I had a Mazda Miata.
Okay. Everything that you guys send me, this is to the listeners, that's from World News Report is fake.
That's
yes.
bullshit.
I have people being like, man gets head stuck in wife's vagina. Woman, that dude is caught
That's
with
old, too.
3,000
That's back
replica
to,
penises.
like, 80s or
Yeah,
something.
they think
That's
recycle.
an old...
Everything that's that site is fake. So I'm just saving everybody time.
Fake news.
Fake news.
How dare you?
I'm going to read you the first words that the reporter said here, and it is horrible news person speak. Their top song is Enter Sandman, but at a recent concert, it was more like Enter Policeman.
Oh, that is just
direct. Glendale, Arizona. This guy, he is born to be in Dumb People Town. A man was arrested at a Metallica concert in Glendale after it's believed he urinated on a family, including peeing on a 10-year-old girl at that concert.
That was just in front of him.
I didn't know R.
Shame.
Kelly was a Metallica.
Shame on you for bringing your 10-year-old to a Metallica concert. Like, you should expect to get peed
They
on.
wanted to have a family outing, and he was back there trying to show them Metallica can still fuck hard. This is not a family show.
I can
Man
see
is
that
some
being
kind of
a
monster.
common thing. People who are just obliterated at a concert, you're that obliterated drunk.
You don't know
you're
where
in
the
that
bathroom
state.
is.
Haven't
Yeah.
you seen that person in
Yes.
front of you?
Yes.
I went
Where
to
their friends are like, I can't remember what show it was. I was at one where the friends were so into the band and the songs, they didn't want to take care of their friend who was in a carry this person out now, alcohol poisoning
Guzzling
state.
alcohol.
Oh, they're way beyond guzzling. That happened hours ago.
Yeah.
They're going to puke on everybody, but it's like these people do not want to miss anything, so they're not going to take
By the way,
them out of there.
part of me can't blame them because how expensive was the concert?
Yeah, that's true,
You know,
too.
if you take them to the bathroom,
That's it.
that you're now going to miss half of the
That's
show.
done.
You have
That's
to pretend
true.
it like it's not happening.
That's fucking true. And if you don't really like that person,
Just go over there, man.
like
go
if
over
they're
there.
the fifth wheel,
Dude, go dance in the aisle.
I didn't want him coming anyway.
just piss on the 10-year-old.
They don't even know,
The
dude.
option.
Do you imagine the drunk
Come
guy?
on, man, just piss.
Hey, Brandon. I think I'm just gonna pee on this girl.
Yeah, go
right?
do it.
All right, man. Do it. But
You guys having a good time? We're having a great special fucking time. Hey, seriously, you think we could see my dick saw right now?
Exit live.
Dude, I
Just
love
do it in your
everything
beer
from the
cup. No, I
Reloaded.
still got some beer in there.
All I want to hear is from the Reloaded album. Oh, fuck the old stuff, man. Where's the old lady going? Nah, 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 nah. Memory remains, motherfuckers. Memory remains, motherfuckers.
The guy who's only at a Metallica concert to hear the new stuff.
I love the new stuff, man.
How many of those?
I want everything post haircuts, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get some of that? No, you can't get any of this.
Just piss right there.
Gee, what to me, like,
Wait, was the whole family, did you say?
yeah, so whole family is at
Doesn't
a Metallica.
someone notice? How's it reach the whole family? Doesn't one person
Well,
get the
no,
pee?
you're looking forward with your family, and
then
honey,
all of a sudden-
isn't it great that we took our daughter to?
I think we're being peed on. Do not turn around. We're punny. We are being peed on right now.
Well,
That's true too. You don't want to turn around and get that stream in your face. Just let him finish.
Go back and let him finish.
You turn around, the guy pissed and he was like, "It's on you now. That's on you. You
Yeah,
turned
literally
around."
on you.
I didn't want to piss in your daughter's mouth.
According to
I just wanted to piss in her hair or the back of her jacket.
that's metal as fuck, though, ain't it?
Right. You know what? Welcome
She's
to
been
your
telling
first
this
con.
story for years.
It's her first goal in the shower.
According to court paperwork, a family was at the University of Phoenix on Friday, August 4th, attending a Metallica
Isn't
concert.
that a made-up online
It is.
university? How are you there?
They're
They're
legit
online
now.
concerts.
You show up to this abstract place.
You're like,
in the
where
universe.
are we?
You log in and then you can watch them.
Don't the Cardinals play at University of Phoenix Stadium?
Maybe they just have a stadium, but no other physical buildings for their
that's it.
education.
That's it.
It's just the stadium.
We
sports
got a
stadium.
football team and then everything else is done.
The family
online.
was attending the Metallica concert when they, quote, felt warm liquid washing over their backs and legs.
I could not.
Legs.
I cannot.
Oh, my.
I'm going to ask you guys,
It'd
how do
be
you
the
get
worst thing ever.
I've been
'cause
puked on. I've been puked on by someone at going to a party in college, a date party. I was with a date and someone leaned over and puked on both of us. And it
Puked
felt
on people.
warm liquid.
You've
been
puked
that
on
guy.
it. You've been that guy.
Not at a concert.
How
though.
do you get more than one of them?
That's
like,
what I
isn't
was
the
saying.
first person like, whoa, but no, he's like lining it
Honey,
up.
honey, don't say a word. Honey,
say a
honey,
word. Don't
honey,
turn
I
around.
told
A
you.
You're
man,
gonna get it.
his wife, and their 10-year-old daughter were seated in front of. This guy couldn't have a more better name to be at a Metallica concert than peeing on people. Daniel Daddio. Daddio. Whoa,
That's not
Daddio. Ba-da-da-da-da. That's what he sings to
Yeah,
himself when he's peeing.
By the way, if you
That's how you get your dick ripped off, man.
well, he picked the right people to pee on.
A family.
Yeah, because you pee on another guy, it is like it's
Fight-
go time.
Fight time.
Like you pick
Fight night at the
a
Apollo.
guy at a Metallica concert, just a couple of dudes, you will get your head ripped off.
We switch spots because if I pee where I am, I'm gonna pee on this dude by himself. Got my ass kicked, and you got a family in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go.
Just switch shots, switch real quick.
Some in LSU, Death Valley. This is when they're number one. Darren McFadden days when he was at Arkansas. I went down there for the game. LSU is number fucking one that year.
Yeah.
Everyone I'll do the short version of this, but everyone around us is being very patronizing when we sit in our seats.
Are you wearing Arkansas gear?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Which is also maybe a mistake.
Yes.
Death Valley.
And they're like, oh, yo, Arkansas fans. Oh, well, okay. Well, Houston's doing all right. Houston's doing all right this year. But maybe you guys will score against us. Who knows? Like, being
so
real
patronizing.
polite, like, oh, this high school team's taking on our pro team. So we won that game.
Oh, shit.
We upset number 1 LSU. It was us being ahead by like a touchdown the whole game pretty much.
Yeah.
And me on the edge of my seat just like, okay, I can't yell and go crazy,
Can't
but
go
I
nuts.
want to because holy shit, I can't believe this is happening. Towards the fourth quarter when we either went up or we went up by 2 or something where it was like, okay, we're going to win. I started getting louder and louder. And then we scored a touchdown. I think we must have gone ahead because I jumped up and I went, fuck yeah. I went, yeah, like way louder than I had the whole time. Danielle had just bought a thing of nachos, melted cheese nachos. Oh. I knocked over the whole thing on all these LSU fans in front of me when I stood up. So I went, yeah!
Knocked it.
Knocked nacho cheese on the backs of all these LSU fans as they know they're going to lose.
Oh, God. You added it.
They all turned around and looked at me, and I was like, oh, my God, what's going to happen here?
Gonna die.
But they were cool. They're like, that's all right.
Wow.
Took,
by the way, that is
took
incredible.
some napkins, patted it off.
By the way, just you patting
The
other
slow
people's
sound of you patting.
I just want the image of you knocking the cheese all over them, and then you look at your wife like you're Gandalf, and you just go, "Run, you fools!" you're holding off against this demon that's about to erupt, and you're just like, "Run!"
Yeah.
Oh my God! So did the family fight back?
No, this is the best part of the whole story. The man turned around. This is the dad. Saw Daddy-O behind him holding on to his genitals.
Mm-hmm.
He confronted Daddy-O asking why he had peed on his daughter, and he said Daddy-O's response was to only shrug. Dude,
Must be a big guy.
USA.
yes. The
We're
man
all
report.
picturing a guy looks like a Hell's Angel biker,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm just the guy who freaked out Mick Jagger on stage during Helter Skelter, like right as the other guy was getting
Helter
stabbed.
Skelter during Sympathy for the
Sympathy for the Devil. Sorry, but what was the album? I mean, what was the movie?
Oh, it was,
Altamont?
Altamont. It was Gimme Shelter.
Gimme Shelter.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Do you guys want to see what Daddy-O looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be let down.
So he was
or
arrested.
Happy. Yes.
He looks pretty clean
Oh
cut.
my God, he looks
looks
very.
like
He
a-
looks a little psycho, but he doesn't.
He looks like a guy who
Off-duty
got
cop.
hit too many times in playing in high school.
He looks
football.
like a guy who got his life together, and for this night at the Metallica concert,
He's
he was
letting it go.
26 again.
Yeah.
That's true too. That's
He was
probably
on-
a better bet. Those are the people who lose control. The people who don't
that
get
is.
drunk.
Yeah.
26 years of sobriety.
Hold this coin. I'm about to piss on this family.
Especially when you see that band that you haven't ever seen. You never
Cutting
thought
loose.
you're going to get a
I'm
chance.
cutting loose.
Then
I'm
you
losing
see
it.
them. They're playing all the hits. You're so fucking happy.
And then you're just
Did
like,
he get
Stick
arrested?
your dick out and let it fly.
Did he get arrested?
Yes.
Good God.
After shrugging, the man reported the incident. This is the dad. Reported the incident to employees at the stadium who reported it to the Arizona Department of Public Safety.
By the way, everybody moved really fast on this.
Yes.
a lot of
Daddy-O was
people.
placed under arrest, and authorities said the man was, quote, heavily intoxicated at the time. No shit. Officials found a ticket on Daddy-O confirming he was seated directly behind the family of 3. They did a whole case.
Yeah, by the way, this is more investigation than I think.
Well, and I'd get him out of there quick because he broke the seal. Like it could happen again in like 5 minutes.
And some, and at his sentencing, the judge was at a loss. She said, I have to say, in the 15 years I've been on the bench, this is one of the most disgusting scenarios I've ever read. So cue up our annual place where someone says, I've never seen anything like this.
Anything
and
like
dump
this
people
before?
down.
Yep.
She goes, I don't know if you were just completely, I don't want to use the word. I'll say drunk. What was the word she was going to say?
Yeah,
No idea. Fucking
asshole.
hammered?
Yeah.
I don't
Sauced.
She's like, I hate sauce. I'm not going to use that word.
I
don't
it's
even know.
derogatory.
what
He
you
was
did.
pissed drunk.
Right.
Yeah, he
That's
was
what he
literally
was.
pissed drunk.
Now, you guys are going to be an advantage. I forgot I wanted to do this with
Oh,
you.
age?
How old?
I think that
This
picture
is
is
going to be fun
misleading.
because, yes, it can be very misleading. All right. And also, it may make you guys be very close like a close grouping, and we'll see if anybody gets it.
Look, I'm not for capital punishment, but I think this guy should die. Like, I'm all for this.
I was going to ask you guys, would you have punched him in the dick?
Oh, I would have pushed the guy.
You would have?
Absolutely.
I think I would have, because he's also above you.
Yeah, he's above
a little bit. I think I would have thrown whatever I had on his dick.
I would have taken my dick out.
I probably would have
and
had
peed
a
on
Coke
his
at
dick.
least. I think I would have. It wouldn't have been a thought out thing.
I would have moved my family aside, grabbed his shirt, and tried to pull him down, like over the rows,
Now,
and see if we can throw him.
I
down.
have had an altercation at a sporting event where a person physically
came after you.
Yes, pushed at me. And so I think I would do the same thing I did there, which is the most embarrassing thing you can do to a person.
Which is?
I double hooked that person's arms and walked them up to security and out of the arena. So everyone watched.
You got to be stronger than them.
Yeah, you really.
But yeah, you're right. I was unfortunate in that scenario. But everyone just watched this guy. Like, I took over. I was like, "You're done. You're leaving now." And I walked him up to security, and then they took him.
That's a good one.
Arkansas Aggie game. I might have told this on your story, but we got beat by fucking Johnny Manziel. I'm leaving the game in the final seconds as it's counting down, and people are doing money fingers at me. Remember the Manziel
when Manziel did money fingers,
and some dude shoves me as I'm walking past him, and I fall into the people in front of us.
Oh, jeez!
I get into the row. I turn around. I'm like, "What the fuck was that?" And he goes, "I was doing the Heisman." He was doing Manziel's getting the Heisman to me. God. That's how he pushed me, and then I took what I had, which I believe was a Coke, and I threw it at these guys.
No way.
We started yelling at each other. I was screaming an Aggie joke at him. This was in the Razorback Stadium. So another Razorback, older guy, came down and broke us up and was like to me, like,
"Calm down.
This isn't the place. All right, fella.
Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't the public forum for you to be doing.
Went into it.
Well, I got into it. Good on. All right. So
how old is Daniel Daddio?
How old is he?
Where do you want to go, Besser?
You're successful.
I'm going to go with my theorem that he liked him back in the day.
Yeah.
And he's really happy about this. So I'm going to say he's a little close to our age. So I'm going to say he's 45.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to say he's 47.
47 from Randy.
50.
Jay says 50. All right.
Dude's 50.
Daniel Daddio.
Because Metallica's been around for about 22, 23.
No, they've been around since like 85.
85?
Yeah, like 32.
Wow. All right. So they've been around for a long time. So, okay.
All right. Daniel Daddio
is
44 years old.
Oh, my
Besser again.
Besser.
I thought you were going to hit it on the head.
Killing
I
it,
just had a
dude.
feeling.
Killing it.
Looks older than me.
I know, my dumb people.
All right. So
You know you're dumb people.
So our last segment comes from, I'm literally I pulled it out of my wallet. I'm showing it to you guys.
Your dick.
Yeah. I'm just peeing all over Brendan, our sound guy. An actual article. We get articles sent to us via the intranet.
We do.
This is from our buddy Dominic Del Bene, his father, who's a great dude, who cut this article out, gave it to him, and the last time I saw him, he's like, "You got to do this on the show." Burglary suspect doesn't flush toilet, leaves DNA.
You gotta cover your tracks.
But who has the time to take a dump during a burglary?
A man
guy.
suspected of burglarizing a Southern California home took a bathroom break and left DNA evidence in the toilet that led to his arrest. And investigators,
to be fair, one, what if he cleaned all the doorknobs off?
That's true.
Two, what if he was on the phone with someone while taking that dump and then was like, "I'll flush after."
By the way, I have a low flow toilet up in our upstairs bathroom in our house, and sometimes it doesn't flush everything down. So maybe he tried it. Fucking low flow.
Low flow.
The suspect did his business and didn't flush it, quote, during an October break-in in the city of Thousand Oaks, said Detective Tim Lohman of the Ventura County Sheriff's Office. That allowed investigators to collect evidence and to conduct a DNA profile.
What cop did they make do that? Yeah. They're like, "Who's up?
Jerry, get in there.
Jerry, come on.
Put the gloves on. Get in there."
Also, I like what Jay said. Like, you never want someone robbing you to think they have that much time.
Well, the beauty is, and this is what's great, is that this guy was in the database. So it matched another profile in the national database, and detectives tracked down the suspect at his home. Andrew David Jensen was arrested July 26th on suspicion of first-degree residential burglary, a felony. His bail was set at.
Coming to you with an overview.
Take a guess.
All right, his bail
For the non-flusher.
for robbery, his bail was set.
What is his bail set at, Dan?
$5,000.
Jason?
$25,000.
Matt?
I don't do the bails like you guys do, but I'm going to say
They're very arbitrary.
It's his second offense at least.
Ooh,
if he's in
that's
the
a good
system.
call. God
Yeah, he's
damn
in
it.
the fucking system.
I'm going to just go higher. So 30,000.
His bail was set at $180,000.
Holy
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a
yeah.
lot for
Besser wins
nobody.
again. Besser, you won 3 of them.
Moral of that story: flush and go.
$180,000.
That must be like a heroin shit or something. Like, how do you like? Aren't you a little nervous? And
It's like remember when Rodman went to North Korea and like just shit in the hallway of the hotel? We're
I
like,
don't remember that. Was that in the documentary?
Yeah,
No,
it's
it
on the
happened.
documentary.
It
but-
should be.
But my question is like, what was in that shit? Like, what was that? Like Cracker Jacks and like Fruit Loops and like cocaine. It's like I don't even know what else.
Did this dude break in and was like, fuck, I should have gone before I left my house? Like,
By
as
the way-
soon as he got in there?
That's
He
what I mean
must-
by it has to be a drug addict.
Yeah.
Like, he's on a different plane of
It's
existence.
got to be like, yeah.
Because if you wake up and you're like, I'm robbing someone today, the first thing you do is have a cup of coffee and take your shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
Get it out of the way.
Get out of the way.
You got to have a routine. If you're going to be a burglar that's not going to get caught, you got to have a routine.
I
Yeah,
love it.
definitely.
$180,000. That's the way
Congrats,
it goes.
Poop
There we
Police.
go. That's a show, guys.
That's a show.
I love it.
Matt Besser, thank you again. Stitcher Premium, stolen idea. I want you to do the thing where someone steals the idea from you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or says
if
that
there's
the
any
claim-
listeners that are famous musicians,
Can you
let's
get
do this?
Lin-Manuel Miranda to say that you stole this idea from him?
That would be good.
That'd be
Do you
great.
guys know him?
I don't, but I would reach out to him for you.
Okay.
I know he's friends with like David Wayne and those guys. Let's make
Yeah.
it fucking happen. Let's
I
do
know
it.
I've dissed his show 1,000 times though. So I don't
Sorry,
know if that's a
can't.
good
It's not
idea.
going to happen. Not going to happen.
Then it probably won't. happen.
Alexander, have I had?
Amen.
All right, guys, that's it. And like we say, this whole show to us always feels like in a writer's room before you actually get down to work. When I was like, hey, have you seen this story? Have you seen this video? And it's just us riffing around. So we say ceremonially at the end of every single one of these shows, holy shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum.